Yo, it's me, Tangy3003. Welcome to new Super Mario Brothers. A new game, a new recording, a new Let's Play, a new everything. New. You can see it's new because it's got new right there. Let's just jump right into it with our new file. Look at all this freshness. We got a 3D Mario, we got a 3D world map, we got 3D everything. Let's just jump in. I got a bit of backstory to go over, but okay, so this is the first proper Mario game I've ever played, like all the way through. I had Mario 1 on an emulator when I was like little, and I was playing Super Mario Flash and whatnot. So my Mario experience roughly only equates to about like 4 levels worth of Mario 1 and everything in Mario Flash at that point. Would you look at that? What a way to introduce ourselves to this wonderful game. And we go down here, we got some bonus stuff. You gotta flip the screen around. I have to flip the screen around because this big screen right to the left. Because, you know, when you go down to the underground stuff, the view switches to the bottom screen. So I have to press a button to switch the screens. Anyway, what an introduction. Giving you a taste of power, I guess. What a way to hook people. The Mega Mushroom, I'm pretty sure, was a big part of this game's marketing. I don't know. Anyway, that was level 1. That was a pretty basic grass level with a bonus zone and some hills and some Goombas and stuff. Now, let us move on to 1-2, which appears to be above a big pit. This red box flew in from elsewhere on the world map. It'll show up every so often. What's in it? Oh, another fire flower. Okay. I think I'm gonna take my sweet time. These first couple of stages are pretty simple and easy to move past. This one teaches you about the ground pound, and if you're willing enough to do it, it'll also teach you how to wall jump. There's also a box springboard here. Cool. See? You gotta wall jump for some of this stuff, I think. If you hit an enemy with a fireball, they'll drop a coin just like Mario World. If you get hit, you don't go down as small, you stay as a big. despite having an item box. That's interesting. That's very forgiving. There's Dragon Coin number 2. Oh, Star Coin number 2. They have stars on them. They don't have Yoshi. Oop. Gotta be waiting for a little bit on this shell here. And in this box is another Mega Mushroom. Unfortunately, this is all we can do with this mushroom right here. So, that's worth 2 1-ups. Okay. Here's the star fixture. In this game, it makes you run faster. You see, like here, you run faster. Okay, the last thing in this level is up here. So this is another mirror of Mario 1. We got this underground level, and at the end there's this big ceiling you can run across, and where the warp zone would be instead is this green, this red flag right here. And this red flag is a secret exit. And notice how the timer was when I hit the flagpole. The last 2 or 3 digits were all the same. And thus, a mushroom box popped out above the first space. So, think about that. Every time you want a mushroom or a spare power-up, make sure your timer ends with like 11 or something. There's more to be had, but 11 makes a mushroom appear. Anyway, let's just run through and get the normal exit now. And down here is the standard staircase and the regular black flag. Oh, I got the timer thing again. I didn't even try to do it this time. What'll it turn? Will it make a new one? Or no, it won't. Okay. So, level 1 was a classic grassland, level 2 was a cave, and it had the secret exit in the ceiling that you go over. What is level 3? The reasoning would stand that it's got a bunch of mushrooms, considering these mushrooms that are next to the level dot. Let's go in and see. World 1, 3. And you'd be exactly right. This is the mushroom place. You go down, you go up with those spinny thing, and you go up, and you go up, and you go up, and you bounce, and you boing. And it leads to the first dragon coin, and it leads to the second dragon coin right afterwards. So, you're noticing those flags, right? Well, let me die. I didn't do that on purpose, but let this be a showcase of what happens. Those flags that fly up in the air, that's technically a checkpoint. You can't not get the checkpoint, unfortunately. There's some strategy to be had with not getting the checkpoint. You know, and... Oops. I didn't mean to do that. There's some strategy to not getting a checkpoint, but, you know, in Mario World, the checkpoints are like a little gate with a tape you break open. In Mario 1, the checkpoints are just gotten automatically. They don't tell you, and the game certainly doesn't tell you until you die and you respawn and you're at the second half instead of the first half. Cool. And that's 1-3 down and out.
So nice.
It's the familiar 4-level structure, and it culminates with this. This is a tower. The big castle at the end. Yeah, this is pretty cool. As a kid, I was interested by the castle going upwards instead of, you know, sideways, but, you know, I figured that's just how it was. It's new, there's going to be new stuff, and that part of that new stuff is just, you know, some levels go up now instead of sideways. You know, I was naive with it. I assumed this would be the last or so level in World 1, you know, because of the familiar format that I was used to. I was really only able to beat World 1 in the original Mario, and, you know, in Mario Flash it's kind of like that too, except there's a 4th level in between the mushroom spot and the castle. But, you know, details. Huh. How do I do this? Oh well, we'll see that later. Oh! Shoot. That was not the play. Alright, let's just try again. From the middle. Those blocks with the spikes on them are pretty scary. And we're back here, so it didn't take that long anyhow. Unrelatedly, this does teach you about how the pipe cannons work, you know. Introduces those pipe cannons. I certainly don't remember a pipe cannon. Wait, no, there were pipe cannons in Mario World, except they were diagonal. And they shot you out at an angle. Oh, that was easy. I didn't expect that. Did I do like a strat there? That was really weird. I don't think I've ever done that. Well, there's more world to be had. It's been 15 minutes. I might as well save and call it here. And I guess we'll leave the mystery of this cannon for next time. But that's the first half of the World 1 down. It's been 15 or so minutes. So I'm going to wrap things up by saying thank you for watching. Have a good night.